Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to tell you all a story about Sumnima and Paruhang. You must have heard about Sumnima and Paruhang's name from people belonging to especially the Rai community. I myself, being a Rai, love to read the stories about our community, our culture, language, and of course the folk tales. So, Sumnima and Paruhang is one such story that I'm going to tell you all today. So, this is a folk tale, and it was believed that after the creation of Himalayas, God created two human beings. That was one was named Gokopi, the man, and the woman Santa Suruk. So, after they got married, they had a lovely and beautiful daughter by the name Sumnima. Sumnima soon grew up to become a very beautiful and young maiden, and she loved living in the tranquil peace of nature. And soon she moved from Himalayas to the forest, where she loved playing and growing with the birds and the wild animals. Sumnima soon learnt the languages of wind, rain, plants, birds, and wild animals. She began living a free life as the queen of forest, and before long she had grown into a very youthful maiden. So one day, while she was in the forest, she caught a glimpse of a young man who looked like a hunter who had landed from the sky and was wandering through the woodland. And on seeing his well-built, robust, and thunderbolt-like body, she was potently drawn towards him, and he was none other than Paruhang. She felt a surge of attraction and love towards him. However, she couldn't find Paruhang in that part of the forest the following day. She learnt from her friends that Paruhang had landed on the earth riding current of winds and had flown into the skies on yet another current. Undeterred, she continued her search for him, but in vain. Nevertheless, she had fallen madly in love with him. So she fretted and she waited for his presence again. So this news of one-sided love of Sumnima reached Paruhang through the wind. So the wind promised Sumnima that he is going to reach the news to Paruhang, and upon hearing the story of Sumnima's one-sided love, Paruhang couldn't stop himself from meeting her, and he already had a thought of getting married to her. And he also thought that Sumnima's matchless beauty, the daughter of nature, will he like a man like Paruhang? The main question here was that Paruhang had a wonderful and a very robust body, but he looked very ugly. So Sumnima did not knew about his ghastly looks, and when they met, she was crestfallen, and instead of love, Sumnima was possessed by a strong sense of hatred. This repulsion of Sumnima's face, Paruhang took to heels and darted towards the sky. He was hurt, humiliated, and it rendered a blow to his prestige. So he thought of having a revenge. So in order to take a revenge, he drained the water, the humiliation that was inflicted upon him. He decided to drain every river, brook, tap, well, pond of water in and around Vrindaban, the abode of Sumnima. So not a drop of water was left in the river or the brook, and slowly all the animals and the plants and even Sumnima fell sick, and everybody was suffering. And once a bird, then a bird tried to help Sumnima by drinking a drop of water that was there in the arum leaves, the arum flower. So it's like a pitcher plant where the water is stored. Sumnima drank that, and she suffered even more seriously because Paruhang had done the shamanic charms there and dried up all the water. So upon hearing this news, Paruhang was feeling very, very terrible about his act, and he came down to earth, where he, treated Sumnima and decided to go back to the sky. But thanking him, Sumnima, her life was saved. So now their bad relationship is now improving, and she was sorry for her behavior earlier, and now in appreciation of the favor they got married with each other, and later they had 5 children. The eldest was the tiger, followed by the man, the bear, the leopard, and the dog. It is believed the family lived together happily. So, it is believed that the Kirats or the Rais Kirats hold the popular belief that Sumnima and Paruhang are none but Parvati and Lord Shiva. Even today, the belief that Sumnima and Paruhang are the incarnation of Goddess Parvati and Lord Shiva on earth is quite popular among some communities. The Kirat Rais consider Sumnima the daughter of nature, and they have retained the tradition of worshipping this mythical pair. As a mark of this belief, one can still see the images of Sumnima and Paruhang carved on the wall near the entrance of the temple of Lord Shiva at Lake Shape, which is in Sikkim. I hope you all enjoyed this story. Next time I'll come up with more. Now, to tell you all, I have been molding this clay art, and I tried to make a Trinklet bowl. Thank you for watching.